Hello guys, I am back from another video. Today we talk about deku was in Fate Grand Order. So I'm not gonna tell you what happened last time because are you serious? I had to like retry it again. I had to do it like more times that I had to. Sorry that it's going to be taking long to make. So yeah, I hope you're patient and yeah, let's just start the story. So wakes up, Izuku starts preparing to fight the the for the caster and berserker class. So while Izuku was going on to prepare, Izuku was visited by Bakugo. As Bakugo said this, "Hey Izuku," as Izuku says this, what? As she says this, well, are you like, well, uh, here, Ziku says this. Um, thank you. What is this? As Ziku says, well, not says, I meant, sees that it's a scrapbook. As Ziku says this, um, thank you, but why do I need a, like, why do I actually need a scrapbook? As she says this, well, you don't remember this book? This is back when we were, well, friends. Like, back when I wasn't bullying you. As Izuku says this. Bullying? I would never see you as, like, a bully. Besides, you're quite a nice girl. As Bako starts blushing. As she says this. Thank you, Izuku. Izuku says this. Alright, guess I'll be leaving. See ya. As she says this. Wait, where are you going? Izuku says this. Oh yeah, some important stuff. It's really nothing. So, yeah. So, after Izuku leaves, Izuku starts going off to find the representative for the Berserker and Caster class. So, let's go into another perspective, and I hope this time the recording won't sound like garbage. So, Izuku was, well, not Izuku, I meant, this is going to be in the perspective of Nezu and the rest of the UA staff. They were told that to, well, they were told that they're going to be staying alert because apparently they were, or at least, they were imported. So, the UA staff was brought to Principal Nezu. As Principal Nezu says this. Wait, where's Izuku? As, well, All Might says this. Apparently he's going somewhere. Something like, well, family matters. As he says this. Alright, so, it seems that we're being spied on by this group. I definitely don't know who they are, but they're definitely something weird. Something weird-ish, I guess. In the standard of, like, quirks. As, well, All Might says this. What do you mean? As they were shown a video feed of 3 Daves being the opportunity that Izuku told them to basically find the representative for the caster and berserker class. So, yeah. So, after doing that, well, one of them being, well, wait for a second, Aizawa says this. Um, I definitely know who they are. As one of them being, um, Midnight said this. Wait, as he says this. Yeah, their attire seems to be Russian. They are the Oprishniki. As, well, All Might says this. Who? As Principal Nezu explains, the Oprishniki are a special group of elite agents of Vlad the Impaler. And I didn't mean Vlad Impaler, like not Vlad the Impaler. I meant um the king of Russia, known as Ivan the Terrible, as they say this. Wait, Ivan the Terrible? Oh, sorry, Ivan the Terrible. I thought he was just like, well, dead. Says, well, Vlad King. As, well, one of them being, what's his name? The washing machine one, or was it yeah, the one that's working with like the special studies group. He says this. Wait, this so-called Prishtuki are working with Vlad, even though Vlad is dead. As Principal Nezu says this, maybe, but maybe there's some sort of like group pretending to be so they can do whatever they want. They started speculating as, well, we decide to go into a different perspective. A different perspective being Izuku. So yeah, let's go back to him. So, Izuku arrives. Izuku sees the so-called house of, well, the representative for the caster and berserker class. So, sorry about that. So, when Izuku, well, made it there to the house, Izuku brings in two of his servants, being Jolter and Jackal. So, they break into the house as they see the house is empty, filled with nothing except for a table with a note attached. As sees, well, nothing. Nothing. As Jolter says this, it definitely looks weird. As for Jackal, he says this, definitely weird. Like, seriously, who would ever let this house be just just be this plain? As Izuku realizes, because it's not a house, it's a trap. As the doors close, as Izuku and two of his servants were falling down to a different area. They were falling down all the way down to a different area. As they go to some sort of, well, whatever it is, it's definitely something weird. As Izuku sees both the Berserker and Master class servants together. So, the Berserker class, well, representative, I meant not servant, he says this. Alright, so I'm guessing that you're the moderator of this Holy Grail War. The so-called, well, whatever you are. As Izuku says this, my name is Izuku Midoriya. How about you? As he says this, call me Trist. And that's my daughter, Ava. As Ava, as, well, Trist says this. So, I want to offer you something. As he brings out his hand, as Izuku says this. What is it? Can you, well, let us win? Because you're just a moderator. As Izuku says this. What? As Izuku responds with this. I'm not letting you win. As, well, Trist says this. Why? As Izuku says this. Because I want to win this Holy Grail War. For one reason. To get my revenge. As Izuku summons out two of his servants to attack him, only one dies. As it's the, well, representative for the caster class, Ava. When Trist sees it, he was in shock. Izuku grabs her hand and grabs her crest. But Izuku also brings in a healing potion. As Izuku says this, here, Izuku throws her back to her father, being stressed. He says this, "What did you do to my daughter?" As Izuku says this, "Don't worry, I didn't kiss her or anything. After that, I took away her car. Wait, I meant her quest. I meant her crest." As he says this, uh, "Why?" As Izuku says this, "I don't want to kill anybody. I all about is getting my revenge, and nothing else, nothing more. So, it's better for you to give me your crest or die." As Ava says this, "Father, just let him do it. It doesn't matter if we bring mom back." As Izuku says this, "Wait, your mother?" As he says this, "Yes. This Holy Grail War and my daughter is because I want my wife back. Elizabeth. She was the love of my life until she was taken away. Daughter, Ava. She's still a reminder to him. I mean, a reminder that I still have her in her, my daughter. The reason why I don't back." Izuku says this. "Really? You want to bring back your wife? You sound just like me." As he says this. "Really? What do you mean by that?" As Izuku says this. "The reason why is because I want my revenge as well. I want to bring back my parents." As he says this. "Really? You want your parents back, but I want my wife back." As Izuku says this. "How about this? If I win, you get the whole grail. If I win, you give me your crest. Got it? Good." As he says this. "Very well." So, Izuku starts getting ready. As Izuku says this. "Alright, let's do this." Izuku starts cracking his neck. And I'm hoping that this, recording is crack like last time. Anyway, so, after Izuku starts getting ready, it's finally the time of the battle. As Trist says this. "So, I hope you're ready, Izuku." Izuku says this. "You too." So, Izuku starts charging in, summoning out his servant, Jackal. As Jackal starts charging towards him, thankfully, Izuku starts dodging his attacks. As he brings out two guns. As Izuku says this. Wait. You're using guns?" As he says this. "Yes! That's one of my abilities. Any personal weapon that I wield becomes the most powerful weapon ever. And like for an example, your sword. When I grab that, it's going to be my personal weapon. Now, take this!" Starts shooting out more, blast of, energy. Izuku starts. Izuku summons out. Somehow, Jolter starts charging towards him, creating fire. Hellish fire. Fires of hatred. As jumping away, as she starts creating more spikes. Basically stakes. As while she was fighting, Izuku was as he comes towards his back and gets ready to strike. But Izuku dodges it. While in the fight, both Jolter and Jackal started getting more angrier, becoming much more frustrated in the battle. Frustrated in the battle. As Izuku says this. "He's dodging like a madman. Seriously. Maybe, yeah. As Ziku says this. Alright, both of you. I have a permission. Both of you, use your noble phantasms. As his crest kind of disappears, Izuku has 15, well, command seals. So it's okay for him to it's okay for Izuku to use them. So yeah. So so wait for a second. Jolter starts using her noble phantasm, middle him or something like that. As for Jackal, his noble phantasm isn't like the one in FGO. Instead, it's a simple noble phantasm called Hyde's work, where he creates several potions as he throws them at, well, him. The potions were just, well, standard potions. Some of them are random, as one of these potions heals him, as he says this. Did you seriously healed me? Oh well, your loss. Well, can't wait to defeat you! As he starts charging towards Ziku. Well, Ziku has a flash of memories. But those are not Izuku's memories. Those are the memories of Jackal. His memory when he first created the serum that will expel all of the evils in his body, in his mind. But it was a failure, turning him into a monster. So, when Izuku, after going into the trance, Izuku dodges it. But both of his servants started becoming something else. As their appearance changed, Jackal's shirt but like unbuttons, showing blood, even though he never gotten stabbed. His eyes turn blood red as his knife becomes more demonic. For Jolter, she starts getting engulfed in flames, her own flames of hatred, turned into fire. Fire that changes her. Her appearance changes, giving her four katanas, as she's wearing a swimsuit with a jacket over it. Yeah, a bit weird. You probably know, well, which is happening. Jackal transforms into, well, Mr. Hyde. For Jolter, she transforms into Summer Jolter, which, unfortunately, in the summer event, I never got in because I was too weak. Yeah, I'm still pretty pissed off. Like, seriously pissed off about that. And that is why I never got into that event. So, yeah. So, after Izuku sees that, both Jackal, not Jackal, I meant Hyde, and Jolter's summer version, or I just want to call her Jolter for now. Well, Jolter says this. Whoa, this upgrade feels amazing. How about you, as Jackal starts laughing, as he says this. Sorry, the name's not Jackal. The name's Hyde. Now, can't wait to beat his ass into the ground. So, he starts charging towards him. As in the fight, it was pretty much, well, not even a fight. He's just being beaten down. So, well, Trist was defeated instantly. So, Trist was a man of his word and gives him his crest. He says goodbye as they start leaving to a different country because, well, staying in Japan was much a big mistake. So, yeah. So, after this, well, Jolter. So, and also Jackal slash will hide. So, after Izuku does that, he was home in the dorms, getting ready for the final battle, which is between Izuku and Hans Alistair, his so-called friend, the one who killed his parents, the one that will, well, get killed in the final battle of the, well, of this Holy Grail War. the not fourth, I meant the sixth Holy Grail War, he starts laughing, saying, "Hope to see you again, brother. My noble phantasm. Or there verat. The judgment of the traitorous treason." This noble phantasm will summon out a Colosseum. A Colosseum that will bring, well, this world to its knees. This Colosseum will basically act as like a um a actually wait for a second. A reality marble. And in this reality marble, I control it as the king, as the emperor. And I will kill you in that final battle and make you pay. And then finally, well, finally be at peace. Finally seeing my parents. And then after that, I will find your family and kill them all. Izuku laughs. As Izuku says this, well then, guess I'll be started sleeping. I mean, guess I'll start sleeping. Ugh, that was a tiring day. Izuku starts leaving and goes to his bed and goes to sleep. But before that, Izuku hears the crackle of lightning and a brand new summoning circle appears. Izuku sees not four, more like six brand new servants coming out. So, yeah, I hope you're ready for that. So, I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!